Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, champions, and welcome back to another video. And today we are looking at the Council of Blood fight on normal, and let's do this. Quickly before we start, I want to shout out my Twitch stream where we go live every Sunday, Tuesday and Wednesday from 7:30 to 11 PM UK playing WoW, answering all your Fury Warrior questions. And if you want to further support us, then please do consider giving this video a like, subscribing to the channel and turning on your notifications. Anyway, on with the video. So like I said, today we're looking at the Council of Blood fight. This is a very fun fight. There's quite a lot going on, and depending on the order in which you do it, it will change the way the fight kind of progresses. There are some key things to know before going into this fight, such as for healing perspective, that there's a number of dots that come out on you. These need to be got rid of basically by every single dance phase, and if you don't get to the dance phase quick enough, you're going to die. So you need to ensure that you have enough DPS. It's a mini DPS check because you need to get people down to certain percentages quick enough so that the overarching dot that you get doesn't kill you. However, other than that, very fun fight. A few little bits I'll mention as a Fury Warrior, as well as just general tips for the overall fight. So let's go straight into this fight. The help that comes from it.
Frida and Nicholas.
Do you need us to wait out on DPS?
No.
Okay. So for this fight, we're doing Stravos, Niklaus, and Frida. It's the order that worked for us quite nicely on normal. There are other ways of doing it, but this is the order that we've gone for. We're having the two of the bosses over here because we need to ensure that we're interrupting one of them. I couldn't find out the thing.
Stand behind him.
Move out from behind, guys.
Stand behind him. There we go.
Link inbound. As you can see there is a linking thing where two of you get linked up and you drop stuff on the floor. In short, you need to keep closer to your person. I did quite a big mistake there by being so far away, but it's an easy mechanic. Just move out the way for everyone. Pretty much, if you go left or right away from everyone else, you'll be okay. There we go. A good tip for here is to make sure you have a set focus macro that sets an interrupt on that dreadbolt volley, so you can interrupt it as quickly as possible. Dance. By having that, it just makes it a lot easier to interrupt it without having to switch your focus. And then here we have the dance section. Very, very easy. Find your square and just go in time with the music. You get a haste buff from this, and you also remove the stack that you have of the dot that kind of is given out throughout the entire fight. Going back around, forward.
Just so the healers know, I think we've got a couple of people at the back who've got the debuff.
I'll get the first interrupt.
Again, we're charging back in. You can cleave here. There's no issue with it. Always making sure you're interrupting that dreadbolt value. Again, like I said, if you use the macro where you can set focus for the interrupt, then it means you won't have to change target. As you saw then as well, the ad comes in. Those ads need to go down very, very quickly. Quite bad. For that lunge, you want to ensure that you're not in the way of the lunge. You want to stand parallel to it, not behind or in front, because you will get hit by that lunge, and that lunge will kill you. Oh, I keep getting my buttons wrong. Literally, this was the worst time to do an e-mouse. Keep tight open, guys. What we were doing as well for heroic version of this fight is we started to just cleave all three of them on top of each other, and that's when the set focus macro came from. But in future fights, what we do for this entire fight is just have everyone on top of each other and then cleave everyone while having a focus on one of them. Again, usually using the Stravos, Niklaus, Frida order. Here, as again you can see, we're getting that ad down as fast as possible. Then we're finally getting Stravos down and moving straight onto Niklaus. We are on you. Like I said, if you change the order in which you do things, certain events that happen later in the fight don't happen. So this way is the cleanest way of doing it without having any additional bad stuff happen at the end, in short. Again, ensuring you get your ads down, ensuring you're interrupting. You're a Fury Warrior, so you can interrupt nice and easy. No reason why you shouldn't be doing it. Hey, all I need to do is like slow down. Leave it in. As always, the entire fight, you're building and you're spending, and you're making sure that you're spending as soon as possible. For here, we have Eruption. Just need to spread for it. It's a really, really easy tactic. Just move out the way. You've got your big circles. Charge back in, and then make sure that you get all of these ads down that usually come around the same time as that.
I need to swap. Two stacks and something close, yeah. I've got that one.
I'll get the next one.
Oh god, button rotation is awful.
I've got my kill now. I'll get the next one.
Again, making sure you get all these waiters down, get all the ads down. The ads just cause a lot of issues. The exact tactics for them I can never remember, but just get them down because they will be a massive nuisance. And once again, jump into your dance and go for it. Get that haste buff, get rid of your stacks. I can't stand it. I really don't like arms. I think it's a messy class. Who wants to carry a shield with you at all times? No one. They're hideous and they just look silly. You want the fast-paced fun that you get with Fury. But my channel is literally dedicated to Fury Warriors and nothing else. We're going to be doing mythic plus pools. We're going to be doing everything.
Someone fucking up.
That was me because I was caught between portals and way at the back.
Again, you're just maintaining your interrupt. Like I said, if you have the set focus and you don't have to jump focus, and it's a really useful macro to have in most scenarios, to be honest. There's many reasons why you'd have this kind of set focus interrupt set up for you, because it's like I said, super useful. Get it put on your character now.
You can't do it. Interrupt is do it. Thank you.
Right, I'm ready.
As you can tell, this is quite a long fight for us. This was one of our later pulls, but we were still quite under geared, so it was a little bit longer than normal, and it's easy enough to do this a lot quicker than this. These days, this goes down so much faster, and it's quite nice to see. But unfortunately, I die in quite a lot of the fights because of the whole raid leading. So if I used those videos, you'd see me at the back dead on the floor for the entire video.
I'll get the next interrupt.
Oh god. As you can see above my video head thing, and we have an interrupt tracker. It's very useful to have this, especially in this fight when you need to make sure that people are interrupting. By having this, you know if someone else has just cast theirs. So get that weak, or I've got a video link down below in the description, and I'll possibly pop a card up here as well.
Ray damage you.
But if you have that, it just makes it easier to kind of track all the interrupts that have been going out. And then we are now onto Frida. By going onto this one last, you have the cleanest end. Again, all you have to do is be moving out of the way for eruption. It's one of those really easy tactics. Generally speaking, it's not a hard fight. You just need to be quick and ensure that you're not getting too many stacks of the dot that you get. I could feel them. That sounds really dramatic. I couldn't feel my fingers, isn't it?
When you pop in here.
Oh, now please, sorry. I can get that. I'll get the next one.
Here we go. Get that out. Bomb. Dance phase. Good job. It's going really nicely. I hate any other chamois class. They're awful. They're awful. All those other classes are terrible. Literally, people always stay loyal. People always stay loyal to. Yeah, the very first one when it was like we had like a 5-minute thing, but it's all good. It's all about learning stuff. It's better to do it hard as well.
Right, I'm grouping back up. I'll get the first interrupt.
Can I charge on you? Again, as you can hear from kind of the Discord chat, it's important to make sure you have your communication for this, especially as a Fury Warrior and people who can interrupt. You need to be able to communicate that you are interrupting, or if you've kind of like run out of your, if you're still on cooldown for it.
There's people talking who don't need to be talking, guys.
Scott, if you can get the next volley.
Yeah.
There we go. Get that out. Bam. 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 That one. That one. Oh my god, cast. Wasn't casting then. Not what I need. Hey!
Oh my god. Well, this is what we can do.
Congratulations, everyone. Oh, that's a terrible neck.
Good shit.
I want my memory, man. Come on.
Raid warning. Roll on that. Don't need that. Who needs it? And that is the fight. As you can see, it is a very fun fight. It's one of the better designed fights that I really like in this raid. This raid has a lot of fun fights, but I actually find this one of the funnest. I don't know if it's the dance mechanic. It gives you a chance to kind of reset your mind and kind of start fresh every single time effectively, but it's a really fun fight. Really easy to do. Like I said, for Heroic, what we started to do was get all 3 of the bosses, stack them together, and then just cleave the entire fight while focusing on one. That kind of made it go a lot faster, and it could mean that we could deal with some of the tactics a little bit easier. But Really easy fight. Make sure you got your interrupts. That's the main thing you need to do as a Fury Warrior in this fight. Other than that though, I hope this video has been useful and you've enjoyed it and you enjoy watching these POVs. As always, many thanks to all the patrons and subs above my head. I really appreciate that support. And we'll see you on Thursday for another video. Bye bye.